Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So I have recently taken my Cosmic Ghost Rider up to rank 5 and I wanted to see how quickly I can blitz through entire Realm of Legends, and quite unsurprisingly I think he is pretty much the fastest option for Realm of Legends clearing. It took me 12 minutes, just over 12 minutes. I'm sure I could have quite easily gotten it under 11 or 10 minutes had I played better. And in addition to all of that, I'm running absolutely no boosts, no class boosts, no attack boosts. I have suicide masteries, but that is about it. So should I boost up quite significantly, I'm sure you can easily get a sub 10-minute Realm of Legends clear, and that is quite insane. That also kind of like further leads me to believe that he likely has the highest realistic damage output in any kind of like your average normal fight. And here we can see that even though I didn't play quite perfectly the first fight here, 51 hits, the Winter Soldier has gone down. Now, the way I personally like to play Cosmic Ghost Rider, for most part I like to stay away from level 3 because I do not like waiting for level 3 animation, and I don't think that Fury is all that necessary. I mean, it's a great Fury, it's a big Fury, definitely increases the damage output. But I think far more important factor is kind of like how quickly you can cycle to 5 judgments, because every time you do, you place 5 armor breaks on the opponent. In addition to that, how quickly you can launch those level 2s, because level 2 again places a whole bunch of armor breaks on the opponent. And that, in my opinion, is kind of like maybe a way not to get the highest numbers, but overall make sure that you have highest damage per second using this character, because you pretty much consistently have a plethora of armor breaks on opponent. You for most part have a single or double stacks of cruelty, and you're doing absolutely fantastic. And now again I did mess up somewhere in the middle of this fight, but I think this was a sub 50 hits. Yeah, it was 48 hits. Like, most of the fights are actually sub 50 hits or slightly above 50 hits, and that is a crazy speed. And yeah, so the synergies I'm running, mainly it's Gold Pool and Nick Fury, just to kind of like heal me up a bit and make sure that my HP stays topped up as I am running suicides and spamming some level 2s. Then I am also running Night Rusher that extends my armor break duration by 35% with Cosmic Ghost Rider. And Night Rusher also synergizes with Mr. Fantastic and activates a synergy where per every strike I land on the opponent, it pauses one of my debuffs for 0.2 seconds. And that is quite important because you can quite heavily extend the duration of your precision or power gain buffs or any other buffs that you have active, and it's easier to kind of like double dip, double stack them up and just gain significantly more power from the power gain buff. And here against Juggernaut, even with class disadvantage, 49 hits, very quick, very simple, very easy fight. For the most part, I am currently playing out about with the rotation where I do a full hit combo finishing with medium, then I go for a full hit combo finishing with light, which triggers power gain, and then I do try to kind of like just charge heavy attack and drop my level 2. Now, another important thing with Cosmic Ghost Rider, like in this fight, I accidentally triggered dexterity from the start, so my rotation was already changed, and for most part you don't have to do everything perfect. That's one of the things that I really do like about the character, because yes, there are kind of quote-unquote ideal and perfect rotations and what you have, but at the same time, if something does go wrong, for instance, you get hit and you trigger the judgment that places armor on you, you can just adapt to it. Maybe you do not have to finish a combo with medium attack and you can just carry on as normal. If you accidentally trigger precision, you can just adjust to it. And ultimate goal for you playing Cosmic Ghost Rider always should be kept at the back of your mind, and that is just get to 5 judgments as quickly as possible and drop your level 2s. That is at least the way I look at playing this character, because the quicker you farm 5 judgments, the quicker you inflict 5 armor breaks, the quicker you can restart the cycle, gain all of the benefits of the power gain and everything else, and the fight goes faster. If you mess up somewhere along the way, again, it's not as important because within a combo or two, you will be on your next cycle. So it's not worth stressing. It's not worth kind of like, I don't know, overemphasizing absolute perfect playstyle with this guy because he's gonna hit insanely hard nonetheless. Only thing that stops Cosmic Ghost Rider from hitting hard is if you yourself slow down and if you do not complete these 5 judgment cycles. And that is pretty much it. So that's the only thing you care about here, is just smack out your 5 judgments, finish your combo with medium, finish your combo with light. That will put you to nearly 2 bars of power, charge a heavy attack, drop a special attack. That's 5 judgments. That's as simple as that. So basically, for the most part, every 2 combos you get a set of 5 judgments if you play it correctly. And that lets you stay aggressive, that lets you deal a ton of damage, and that lets you move on to the next fight and be extremely efficient in these fights. I don't kind of like think that seeking for the highest number of on the medium crit or something like that is what's important using Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's, for me personally, at the moment anyways, it's all about speed and tempo. The quicker I can finish my rotations, the quicker I can get to the next rotation, and the quicker the Fate Seal activates, so I can nullify all of the buffs, and they are power locked for the duration of Fate Seal, so I can be even more aggressive. And to me personally, currently at the moment, it seems that it's pretty much all about that speed. Now here we're gonna have a juicy level 2, 17 armor breaks. And fortunately that hit didn't crit, but I'm just gonna finish off the fight here with a level 1. Nice 42k crit on a level 1 as well. The fight 46 hits. So again, everything didn't work out perfectly in this fight. I did trigger out precision when I didn't mean to, and what have you, but still, so long as you just keep calm, carry on, keep gathering your judgments, placing those armor breaks, nothing else really matters too much in the fight. So at this point, this is the one point where you can pause initially, where when you finish your first 2 combos, there are no active armor breaks on the opponent, therefore the timer isn't quite of an issue, so you can take a bit of a pause before your kind of like huge burst of damage comes in there. So now Black Panther has 11 armor breaks. I have activated my heavy attack. I'm going from a level 2 with a whole bunch of armor breaks. He's at 34%. Fortunately, some of those armor breaks do fall off, but I have new set already popping in, and we can see that for most part, that number 11 of armor breaks is going to be quite stably present in the fights, because you gain 5 from your judgments, and you gain 6 on a level 2. And that is kind of like a cycle where it's going to be pretty much the least amount of armor breaks you have present for most time in the fight. You can seldom get to like 16, 17 armor breaks. That is close to about as realistically possible. I'm sure that there are ways you can get to like 20 something, but when you have 16, 17 armor breaks on an opponent, then it's already pretty much lights out no matter who you're facing. I just wanted to point out that RNG in this fight definitely wasn't in my favor. We can see that I had 3 weaknesses and 4 poisons active. So that Scarlet Witch was actually nuking in my health pool quite heavily. But even though, despite all of those weaknesses and everything else, Ghost Rider is pushing through, dealing an absolute ton of damage, few more hits, and the fight is going to be over here. Finish with a relatively small 14k medium. And it's kind of funny because like when you hit a 14k medium with Cosmic Ghost Rider, it's like on the low side, but it's bigger medium hit than most of the champions in the game would actually be able to do in their perfect conditions. Anyways, now Wolverine, and Wolverine is very, very simple. Now it's worth mentioning that I do have Despair, so when I do get debuffs placed on Wolverine, it does basically shut down his regen. But also Wolverine has smaller health pool than every other opponent in Labyrinth of Legends. Therefore, you will see that being reflected in just overall amount of hits, because he's going to go down faster for sure. Now I'm at level 2 here, and we can see that at this point we have 14, 15, 16, 17, and some big yellow numbers. some 20 something K medium crit, and he goes down in like 36 hits or something like that. So it's a very, very quick takedown. You don't care about that region at all. And as I'm speaking here, we are on our last 2 opponents. And yeah, this entire run, and I didn't speed up anything, I didn't cut out anything or anything like that. It took me pretty much exactly 12 minutes. And once again, as we evidently saw, I didn't play him perfectly at all. I'm sure you can get better time out of this guy. Plus, I don't really have too offensive mastery setup. Like I have no points. Well, I have 1 point in glass cannon. Don't have points in assassins. Yeah, I have 1 point in assassins and things like that. But you can definitely tune your mastery setup to be far more aggressive. And that's actually a quite good idea. I'm going to try and mess about with my masteries and see what kind of difference that would make. Because technically right now I don't need willpower if I'm running Nick Fury Synergy, because I don't have any suicide debuffs left on me. And I want to see how much more time I can save, how much quicker I can get. So perhaps I will upload another run where I try to get sub 10 minutes with no boost active, but with like a lot more crazier mastery setups, I suppose. And now the final fight and Hulk, and it's nothing too special. It's going to be pretty much exactly the same thing. I'm going to go for my first level 2 that places the Fate Seal on Hulk. As soon as it expires, more armor breaks. I'm going for my second rotation. And yeah, you guys can see what happens. But if you guys did enjoy today's video, definitely hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit all the buttons. Currently, I am trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. We have less than 1,000 subs to go. As soon as I reach 30,000 subscribers, I will be taking in a 4-star Colossus for a full path of Labyrinth of Legends clear. But yeah, anyways, that is it for today, and I'm gonna catch you guys soon. See ya!